Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this one. This is my Billam-Smith versus Riakporhe rematch. The rematch between the two of them after that memorable first fight from a couple of years ago, where it is Billam-Smith's only defeat of his boxing career, of course, with Riakporhe obviously winning that on I think it was a split decision, so. But this time, they fight. I think it's a bit of fight, isn't it? They're fighting for a world title for Billam-Smith's WBO World Cruiserweight title, of course. And it's at Selhurst Park as well. It's a stadium fight as well. Riakporhe, of course, Crystal Palace fan. So it is Selhurst Park. It's like a homecoming for him. But before we get into that, let's get into the two undercard fights that you can see on your screen. There will be more fights added to the main card, bouncing the door with the 3 fights that are on the card so far. But I'm starting off then with Isaac Champion, then Chap Massey for the Phaeton EBU Hooping Cruiserweight title. Obviously, it's now Phaeton with Michael Cassatt, who was ordered to face Isaac Champion. Michael Cassatt can't face Champion, so he had to pull out. And obviously, he now needs to vacate the belt. And I did the feeling it's a better fight for me. I think it's a better fight than the Cassatt fight for me. I think it's a true 50-50 for me. Champion against Massey, because Massey still the fighter, the boxer, isn't he? And he was against this time last year. Well, 1 year ago, he was against Joseph Parker, wasn't he? On the Smith versus Who Band 1 card, of course. And he put up a good fight, didn't he? Put up a good fight against Parker as well. And we know what's happened to Joseph Parker now. The way he's been on the quest for a wave now, back to his best as well. And but 2 defeats on Massey's record, 2 defeats for Isaac Champion. I haven't seen Neville playing field. I really do. I really do think it's Neville playing field. And I tell you what, I can't call it. I really can't call it at all. I think it's a true pick-em. I think it's a true pick-em fight. I reckon it's done by shorts on the star card as well. I reckon it's done by shorts. On the star card, Isaac Champion's turned it around recently, hasn't he? In terms of his career, with the wins against Mattel and well, for example. And you know what? It is a hard fight. It is a hard fight for both fighters. Honestly, I think it's a brilliant fight. I think it's a good fight. I think it's under all the way to points, in my opinion. It's all about who snatches each round for me. It's going to be one of them technical fights, in my opinion, between the two of them. And I'm going to go for Isaac Champion just to nick it on points. But I won't be shocked with either result. For me, I won't be shocked with either result. I'm going to go for Champion just to nick it on points. I wouldn't be shocked if it's a split decision, or I wouldn't even be shocked if it's a draw, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be shocked. But I don't like to go for draws. I want to go for a winner. And I'm going to go for Isaac Champion to just nick it on points. Up next then, here we go then. It's Ben Whittaker up against Enzo Arete, who obviously disrupted Ben Whittaker's last fight in the press conference, isn't he? He's the same man who called Ben Whittaker out for a fight. Enzo called Ben Whittaker out for a fight, of course, and before Ben Whittaker beat Ian Williams, of course. In the last fight, Ben Whittaker looked I'll keep on saying it. He's a special talent. Definitely a special talent, Ben Whittaker, but I don't like this. Oh, this short in the win. I really don't. I really don't like the short in the win. I think it's disrespectful to the opponent. See, I don't mind a little bit of it. I don't mind a little bit of it. Like a bit of a Chris Eubank Jr. than Stephen Williams. I don't mind that showboating. Because Chris Eubank Jr. knew he was going to win that fight easily. But it's just the constant showboating. I don't like it at all. I really don't. And the thing is, Ben Whittaker won't be doing it. If he does that against a better opponent, a top end opponent in this division, Ben Whittaker would get humbled. Trust me, he would get humbled. And I don't think Ben Whittaker likes it when he gets hit either, because in his last fight, he actually got hit a lot, didn't he, by Ian Warren? So, and he didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. But I think he deserved it for all that showboating. So, Whittaker, I don't know. We don't know much about Whittaker, but he's gonna have that fire in his belly because he can't stand Ben Whittaker. He can't stand him, can he? And I can't see this fight as a none. For me, I can't. I think Ben Whittaker for the first couple of rounds, he was showboat and mess around, but he'll get the job done in the middle of the fight, in my opinion. I think Ben Whittaker gets the job done between rounds. I'm done either round 5 or round 6. I'm done round 5. I am. I'm done for round 5 stoppers for Ben Whittaker. Because they'll be telling him to get the job done as well. None of this showboat, and he'll mess around, check him out for the first couple of rounds, and then he'll get the job done in the middle of the fight, in my opinion. So 5th round stoppers win for Ben Whittaker. And I think he needs to take huge step ups now after this. I really do think that. But finally, onto the main event. Then Chris Billam-Smith and Riakporhe. Look, for the level they're both of them are at the same level for me. Both of them are at the same level. Both of them are nowhere near Charles Patai's level. Nowhere near for me. Nowhere near Charles Patai's level. But I think this is good matchmaking because they're both at the same level. Both the same level for me. I think it's going to be like the first fight where Chris Billam-Smith was knocked down, but let's be real, it wasn't. I didn't think it was a knockdown, really. I didn't think it was a knockdown, really, and it's gonna be one of them, isn't it? I think it's gonna be another pick and fight for me. It's gonna be another pick and fight between Billam-Smith and Riakporhe, just like the first fight. But it's a good one. It is a good fight. It is a good pick and fight as well. You could say Riakporhe's got the power, hasn't he? Riakporhe's got the power, but Chris Billam-Smith has got a good chin. Has definitely got a good chin on him. Chris Billam-Smith. I just think Riakporhe is better. I really do think he is better than Billam-Smith, with all due respect. I shouldn't be harsh. But I just think Chris Billam-Smith is a mediocre world champion. I really do think that. And people come at me saying, "Oh no, you can't say that." No, I will say that. I think he is a mediocre world champion, Billam-Smith. I think Riakporhe would be a better world champion than Billam-Smith. Billam-Smith's not been convincing, really, has he, as a world champion? We saw him against Leon Vettori, and that was more of a cuddle fest. Leon Vettori was cuddling, and he got punished for it, for cuddling, by Billam-Smith, or Billam-Smith knocking him down, was it 3 times? But that was because Vettori was cuddling him. If Vettori wasn't cuddling him, I still think Vettori would win that fight against Billam-Smith. No, honestly, because I still look at that fight, to me, remove the knockdowns, and Vettori's won that fight, in my opinion. And I know people don't be like, oh, Chris Billam-Smith, he's such a gentleman. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not there to be a gentleman. You're there to show fight in your heart, fire. He has done that. I will admit that he has got a chin on him, Billam-Smith, but just the way he's dressing up smart and all that. I don't like that, to be honest. When he's dressing up in the suit and all that. I know people will be like, oh, what are you on about? I don't dislike him. I think he's a nice yard. I do think he's a nice yard, Chris Billam-Smith. But I do think he is a mediocre world champion because against Massenat, he was using that fight until Massenat got an injury to his ribs. So, but again, that is credit to Chris Billam-Smith with them body shots. Which could be danger for Riakporhe. I think Billam-Smith is quite a danger on the body shots, isn't he? But I just think Riakporhe is a better boxer. I really do think that. I've always fancied Riakporhe. Whenever this fight was done be made, I've always said Richard Riakporhe for me. He won the first fight as well, Riakporhe, and I think it'll be the same again. I think Richard Riakporhe wins this fight on points. But watch out for the body shots though. And Riakporhe, he can be dangerous as well on the body shots because we've not seen Chris Billam-Smith being targeted to the body as well. But Chris Billam-Smith's done been the more dangerous with the body shots, in my opinion, with what he did to Massenat. Again, he wasn't convincing against Massenat, was he? He was using that fight. So, but I just think Riakporhe, with his job as well, I think Riakporhe is just a better boxer for me. Better boxer, better fighter. He will get favoured as well with Riakporhe, with it being at Selhurst Park as well. It will draw to points, definitely. It will draw to points. For the level that both fighters are at, yes, we will. For the level that both fighters are at, it's probably a good fight. Yes, we will. With both of them at the same level, then yeah, it's a good fight, good matchmaking for me. So I'm going for Richard Riakporhe on points, to win on points, and to make it 2-0 against Billam-Smith, in my opinion, and to become a world champion with Riakporhe. So I'm going to leave it there. They are my bottom preview and bottom predictions for the Chris Billam-Smith vs Richard Riakporhe 2 card. Feel free to leave your predictions down below for all 3 fights down below in the comments. Take care.